There is a patch in almost every garden that nobody talks about. It's that corner where nothing grows no matter what you try. The bed that produces weak yellowing plants no matter what you plant in it. And then there's the strip along the fence where the soil looks more like compacted grey clay than anything a living root would want to explore. Most gardeners, honestly, have accepted that patch as a permanent loss. They have tried compost, tried fertilizer, even tried tilling it repeatedly until their backs gave out, and still the soil stayed dead. What they have not tried is a cardboard mint stack, and before this video is over, you will understand exactly why this simple, nearly zero-cost layering system does something that no amount of tilling or synthetic fertilizer ever can. It rebuilds the living architecture of the soil itself from the ground up without a single turn, and without producing the kind of smell that drives your neighbors to the fence with complaints. The first thing you need to understand is why dead soil is dead in the first place. Healthy soil is not just a medium for holding roots in place. It's actually a living ecosystem containing billions of microorganisms per teaspoon. Bacteria, fungi, protozoa, nematodes, and the microscopic predators that feed on them. This web of life is responsible for decomposing organic matter, releasing bound nutrients into plant-available forms, building the aggregated structure that allows air and water to move through the soil, and protecting plant roots from pathogenic invasion. When that web is disrupted by compaction, by synthetic chemical overuse, by repeated tillage that physically destroys fungal networks, or simply by years of neglect, the soil loses its ability to support life at any level. You can pour nutrients into dead soil indefinitely and get marginal results because the biological infrastructure required to process and deliver those nutrients simply is not there. The cardboard mint stack rebuilds that infrastructure. Here is how it works. You begin with a generous layer of plain corrugated cardboard laid directly over the soil surface. Be sure to remove any tape or staples. Overlap the edges by at least 6 inches to prevent gaps. Then, wet it thoroughly. The cardboard serves 2 simultaneous purposes. First, it smothers whatever weeds, grass, or competing vegetation exists at the surface, blocking light completely and preventing any regrowth for the duration of the decomposition process. Second, and more importantly, it creates a moist, dark, carbon-rich interface between the surface and the soil beneath. And that interface is precisely the environment that worms, bacteria, and soil fungi are biologically programmed to colonize. So, you are not just suppressing weeds, you are building a welcome mat for every microorganism your dead soil is currently missing. On top of the cardboard, you lay a thick layer of fresh or dried mint, stems, leaves, and all. Mint contains volatile oils, including menthol and rosmarinic acid, that have, documented antimicrobial properties against specific soil pathogens, while simultaneously being fully degradable and nutrient-rich as they break down. As the mint layer decomposes over the cardboard, it contributes nitrogen, potassium, and trace minerals back into the system, while the volatile oils create a microbial environment that favors beneficial organisms over pathogenic ones. It is not a random pairing. The cardboard provides the carbon base, the mint provides the nitrogen and biological selectivity. Together they create the conditions for a specific kind of decomposition, fast, clean, and microbe-forward. This works because you are building a microbe-rich zone that functions as an incubator for soil life. But here is the part most people skip entirely, and it is the difference between a slow recovery and a dramatic transformation. DYNOMYCO granular. Mycorrhizal Fungi Inoculant, link in the description, is the activation trigger that turns this system from a passive decomposition pile into an aggressive soil regeneration engine. Mycorrhizal fungi form symbiotic networks with plant roots, extending their reach by up to 700 times, accessing water and mineral nutrients far beyond what roots alone can reach, and physically building the aggregated soil structure that separates living soil from dead grey clay. At 900 propagules per gram, DYNOMYCO delivers a concentrated population of these organisms directly into your layered system, seeding the fungal network before your plants even go in the ground. Sprinkle it between your layers, particularly at the interface between the cardboard and the mint, and at the soil surface beneath the cardboard before you lay it down. Then comes watering, and this is where most people make the mistake that honestly undermines the entire system. Now, you do not want to flood this. Flooding compacts the layers, drives out the oxygen that aerobic decomposition requires, and creates anaerobic pockets where the wrong microbial populations dominate, which is exactly what produces the rotting smell that makes these systems unpleasant. You want controlled, even saturation, that keeps every layer consistently moist without pooling. The Chapin 2004 Pump Sprayer, link also in the description, gives you exactly that. The adjustable cone nozzle and the 34-inch reach hose let you apply water as a fine, even mist across the entire surface of your stack, penetrating the layers uniformly without disturbing the structure or compacting the cardboard. This is not a convenience tool. It is a precision instrument for maintaining the moisture gradient that makes this system work. Add a final layer of straw wood chips or shredded leaves on top to retain moisture between watering sessions and insulate the microbial activity below from temperature fluctuations. Leave it entirely undisturbed for 4 to 6 weeks. Do not turn it. Do not dig into it. The organisms doing the work require the structural stability of an undisturbed environment to build their networks. Every time you disturb the layers, you reset the colonization process. What you will find at the end of that period is soil that has changed in ways that no bag of fertilizer could have produced. Dark, crumbly, fragrant with the specific earthy smell of active microbial life, what scientists call petrichor, and populated with worms that arrived entirely on their own because you built the environment they have been looking for. Dead soil is not a permanent condition. It is, in fact, an invitation waiting to be answered.